Hey guys, Paul here from BrayonBushcraft. So I'm going to be doing a quick video about which lighter I think is best. The Bic versus the Clipper. So don't go away. Alright, so let me start with the Bic. It's pretty much been my go-to lighter my whole life. I've never been a fan of the Zippos and some of the other lighters that you can get around here, like the super cheap disposable ones. But the Bic, I find, is a pretty reliable lighter. It's easy to use, and it's just been my go-to lighter. The only thing is with the Bic, you can't refill it. Once it's done, you throw it away. It's garbage. And I've noticed in the last 20 years or so, they made a few changes where I'm not fond of. They added the old childproof thing at the top. I usually pop it off. Doesn't make that much of a difference to use, but I find it just a little easier to use without it, so I usually pop it off. And then the other thing too, there used to be years ago a little wheel here where you could adjust the flame, and they don't do that anymore. So it's still a good lighter. It's what I've been using for years. But I find the older style, like 20 years ago, were a little bit better than they are today. You can also get them in a smaller size, which some people like better. For myself, I like the bigger Bic better. I find the smaller ones are a little more awkward to handle. So this is usually the size I go with. I usually pick a bright color that's easy to find if I drop it. So that's the Bic. The drawbacks: you can't refill it. Once it's done, you throw it away. You can usually get them for usually $1 something by themselves to around $1 if you buy like a pack of 4. You can usually buy like a pack of 4 for around $4, give or take a bit. So they are fairly cheap, around $1 each. So been using them my whole life. Good throwaway lighter. So recently I found out about the Clipper, and I checked on Amazon. I seen I think I bought a pack of 4 for $10. So a little more expensive than the Bic, but the nice thing with these is that you can refill them. You can actually pop the flint out, and if the lighter's garbage, still use the flint without the lighter, which is pretty neat in a survival situation. And you can also replace the flint, which is a pretty cool feature if you ask me. The flint is a little more like hexagon style, which I don't mind. Some people, I heard, don't like it as much that way. It doesn't bother me at all. But the other really neat feature I like about the Clipper is if you light it and you turn it sideways, the flame goes up a bit. Really nice for starting fires. So it's really good feature. So for a bit more money, I can fill this up. I don't know how many times, but it's a really good feature that I can buy fluid and keep refilling this lighter over and over again. As in the Bic, I'm throwing it away. And the really nice thing about that is if I'm going on a camping trip or hiking or something, and I'm going to be doing like 2-3 nights overnight in the woods, I can top it up right before I leave, so that I know it's going to be good for my entire trip. Or if something happens, I know I got a full lighter. As in the Bic, if I'm going on a big camping trip and I got a Bic that's like half full or a quarter, I'll usually leave it at home and buy a new one. So it's kind of a little more of a hassle. So real big plus about the Clipper. Now for size comparison, they're pretty much the same size. The Clipper is a tiny bit smaller, and both comfortable to keep in your pocket, so no real advantage there. So after using the Clipper for a few months, I have to say I do like it better than the Bic. Just the fact that you can refill it, you can change the flint, take it out. It's just such a nice lighter. Just the flame thing, when you tip it over, it makes it easier to start fires in the woods. So for me, I'm sold. So from now on, I'm carrying a Clipper when I go camping. And the Bic, well, sorry Bic, you've served me well for years, but I have to say the Clipper is the superior lighter, for me anyway. Maybe you have reasons that you like the Bic better. If you do, let me know in a comment. I'd love to hear why you think the Bic might be better than the Clipper. But I am surprised that we don't see the Clipper in North America more than we do. I had to go on Amazon to find it. I heard you can get them in like specialty tobacco shops and stuff, but for me, I just ordered on Amazon. I just wish I could have had better pick of a color where I could have took a color that's a little more bright, so in case if I drop it, it's easier to find, and a color where I can see the fluid and the lighter. But no big deal. It's still, I got a 4-pack for $10. So very good little lighter. I am very impressed, and I can see why all you Europeans really love the Clipper. It's a very good lighter, and the fact that you don't have to throw it away, you can keep refilling it, it's very well done. You can also get like premium clippers that come in stainless steel and all that, better quality and everything, so I'm going to look into that also and see if I can find one of those, although I don't want to spend 20 bucks on a lighter, because if I do lose it, then you kind of feel a little more crappy about it, as in you lose a lighter that's a couple bucks, no big deal, you can just replace it. Well, there you go guys, just a quick review on the new Clipper compared to the Bic. For me, the Clipper wins. It's just my go-to lighter from now on, and thank you for mentioning this to me about the Clipper, because I had no idea about them, so it's really good to find out about this little lighter. Very happy I tried it, and I'm going to stick with it and keep using it. So thank you very much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time guys, I'll see you all out in the woods.